Hello, good evening. Uh, yeah, is everything working? Stream up, exo charts up, Bitcoin down. That's what's happening. Bitcoin is going to zero. All right. Uh, anyway, let's see. Let's have a look at the charts and investigate. What is going on? Right, so welcome to my evening Thursday night charting and chilling. Nothing on the agenda, no streams, no plans, just kind of having a look at the charts. Happy to look at everything and anything tonight. It's 9:37 p.m. UK time. And yeah, so this is where we are. Bitcoin. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna hide some things and kind of do a bit of house cleaning as well. Or maybe I should start in 5 minutes. I don't know. I'm just thinking, should I start in 5 minutes? Go and get myself a tea. That might be a good idea. Let me do that. Starting in 5 minutes. That's a better idea. Go make yourself a tea, come back, and then chart and chill. Chili, what's up? You here? Be back in 5 minutes. Just making a cup of tea. Chili, chili, chili. Talk. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I am talking. All right. Chili, Altcoin dreaming, welcome. Chili, welcome. I'm just gonna go and make myself a tea, actually. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I am back. I've made myself a piece of late night toast. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh my god, there's a few people here. Where did you all come from? I'm back. Hi RH, how's it going? Chili, altcoin. Welcome. Made myself a cup of tea and some Marmite toast. All right, let's have a look. Let's just go and have a look at everything. So we have a monthly candle coming to an end soon. Thanks, we're looking fresh. I mean, it's a tricky one because it's such a big candle. I expect it's going to close overnight this midpoint. I expect. I don't know. I'm not 100%. Let's see. 28th of November. It's Thanksgiving, isn't it, in America? Tomorrow is Black Friday. And then you have the weekend. It's quite low volume. Are we going to get any big moves? Low volume weekend? We didn't last weekend, did we? We got kind of 2 red days last weekend. Then from Monday onwards, no, last weekend actually, it was a red and green. And then on the Monday we had a drop. The weekend before we had 2 red days. So we haven't really had Bitcoin moving on the weekends. But on altcoins, I think we have. So let's just have a look at ETH BTC and see. Saturday went up, Sunday pulled back. That was last weekend. Saturday went up, Sunday pulled back last weekend. So 2 weekends in a row, ETH BTC has gone up on Saturday, pulled back on Sunday. And then the Friday ETH BTC has actually gone down. The last 2 Fridays, it's gone down. So really it was that whole Trump week that ETH BTC was pumping, gave back everything. And then the last 2 Fridays, it was down. And then Saturday, it kind of went up. Okay, let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance. Let's have a look at that. This is really bearish for Bitcoin dominance, this kind of to lose that. But you have got a little bit of an M here, which is in a sense bullish up to there. Did I look at your coins? Which coins were they? Oh, today. Yeah, no worries. I don't know if I did a good job or not. Oh, I didn't. Shit, sorry. We'll paste in here. I don't know. It was just like really busy earlier on. I was like, wow, everyone wants me to have a look at something. And sometimes I get distracted by myself. I'm not amazing. I'm not really crazy about this price action, to be honest with you. I would have, I don't know, it's tricky because the next candle could go up, but it could also kind of go up, hit the daily level and go down. That's why I'm not crazy about it. It's not easy to preempt this candle because you have a new daily level here. if you hold this previous low, sorry, this previous day high, that should act as an SR flip. How much? TRVL? You mean TRVL? To make $100,000? That's a good question. It's a really hard RH. I don't think anyone knows what's going to make big numbers. Like, no one really knows what's going to do really well. I think you have to look at the communities, and then also you have to look at the market caps of the tokens in question and imagine if they could pump that much. Yeah. So when I look at TRVL, I go 20 million market cap. I can easily see TRVL going up to 400 or 500 million in a price frenzy in an alt season. Yeah, because that's not that much. Like for 500 million is not that much. I find it more difficult to see coins which are already high go higher, that much higher. Like, so, but the thing is that these coins have volume, and so that also matters. Like here, Sui's market cap is 9 billion, but in the last hour it had $1.6 billion of volume. Pepe is 8 billion. Look at the volume on Pepe, 2.9 billion. That's crazy volume. So whereas Sui is an ecosystem, like a layer one, isn't it? And then Pepe is just a crappy meme coin. They're both in price discovery. Both of them are in price discovery. I'm sure they'll both pump. Which is going to pump more? The Near protocol, that has a crazy fanatic community. Yeah. So these tokens are competing, but still they have limitations. Like if you look at the market cap list, if they got to 100 billion, they'd be above BNB in the current context. That's a 10x. Whereas it's a lot easier for a low market cap token to 10x than it is for a bigger market cap token to 10x, because they've already expanded so much in value. So any one of these lower ones, like if you want a 10x on one of these, I don't know what any of these are, to be honest with you, there's quite a few. I mean, Slurf has got a unique story. It's still a gamble. Yeah, so it's still a gamble, isn't it? The great thing about Slurf is that it's got a fixed supply, and the supply was distributed fairly, because they accidentally burnt the pre-sale. So you had to buy the tokens that you acquired, and it's got the most liquid. It's got the most liquid. It's the most liquid token on Radium, I think. Meme coin. So it's still a gamble. The problem with Slurf is that it's in a downtrend, and you have to break that downtrend and you have to start trending up. And when I say, I'm talking about the higher time frame. That being said, we are in bullish market structure on the weekly time frame, so we've broken the downtrend. Now we just have to get to all-time highs. So when you look at the monthly time frame, look at this. That is a downtrend. That's a break. So that's your break. See that? That's your break. So I think it's a good buy, personally, because you've got a high volume break of a downtrend. And when you look at the structure of Slurf, you've got you've got bullish market structure on the weekly time frame. Yeah, so even if you forget about Elliott waves, sometimes you can get really distracted with Elliott waves, trying to be smart. Sometimes it's best to just be very stupid, not smart. Just keep it simple. And so with Elliott waves, like I'm doing some like crazy shit sometimes. Sometimes I do some crazy shit, right? I actually kind of predict certain numbers and they actually do stuff, you know, and sometimes I don't. But most of the time what I realize when it comes to charting is just keeping it simple is the best. So like just get rid of everything, looking at the structure, and the structure that you want to see are higher highs, higher lows, and you want to see it on the highest time frame first. So obviously on Slurf there is no highest time frame, there's no yearly chart, it's just one candle. Break it down 6 monthly, it's just 2 candles, you know, there's no kind of structure here because it's just forming. So the closest you can get possibly to any kind of decent structure is the weekly time frame. And here you can see after you launched, you were putting in lower highs, yeah, lower lows. You can see that, right? And then you had a change. You went to a higher high, higher low, and then 2 weeks ago we put in a higher high. So that's basically, that's keeping it simple. And the trade every single time is to buy the pullbacks and sell the pumps, buy the pullbacks, sell the pumps. Yeah, in a bull market you're going to get loads of those kind of waves. Yeah, even though there's like macro, there's big macro waves. So possibly we're in the wave 1 now, we're still in the wave 1. Yeah, there's going to be lots of small waves. And so from a trading perspective in a bull market, forget about the bear market. Just put selling out of your mind. Selling to take profit, yes, but not selling to make profit, to short. What we're focused on in the bull market is buying to take profit at the highs. And while most people are just buying and hodling and just hoping for higher, you can also take profit. And once you hit take highs, so every time you take a high and take a bit of profit, then you just buy back, you just wait. You have to wait for the pullback. You have to be patient. Okay, and most of the time if you're patient enough you will get the pullback. So but you want tokens which have bullish market structure. You can't be bothered, don't bother with tokens which haven't got bullish market structure. It's not, it's just a, if you're going to buy spot and leave it, fine. But if you're looking to trade in a bull market, you go with these ones, right? So this is bullish market structure. Yeah, so we're in the pullback now. At the moment it's holding a higher low, yeah, on the daily time frame. The daily is the one that I really use more than anything. I like the weekly because it gives me a higher time frame view. But remember, on the weekly we could go into daily bearish while the weekly is still bullish. That's what happened with Bitcoin, and that's a little bit painful because it takes a long time to finally go back to bullish if that happens. But even though the weekly is bullish in this context, as long as the price doesn't change market structure by taking these lows all the way down at 14 cents, we're still higher low territory for the weekly time frame. But that's quite painful if the daily changes to bearish. Yeah, so really you go for weekly bullish and then focus on the daily structure remaining bullish. And so right now this is weekly bullish, yeah, and it's only just become bullish, hasn't it? So it'd be quite weird for the daily to become bearish now that the weekly has just become bullish. It'd be very weird in the context of the bull market. So this is actually quite a good one because we've just confirmed 2 weeks ago, we just confirmed weekly bullish. And so I'm not really expecting the structure to change to bearish. It'd be very weird. And so actually I am counting on this pivot to hold at the moment. I really am. Yeah, I really believe it. I believe it's going to hold. Yeah, but belief isn't enough. Uh, but this is the place. This is the right place to buy here, to hold for a higher low on the daily time frame, right? And then what I want to see is this high taken. That would be my TP. That would be my take profit once we take that high. Obviously, I'll be trying to aim for higher targets. But as soon as I see it, some kind of weakness, I'll take my profit, or I'll just take my profit into a key zone. If it hits the zone first, I'll take profit, or I'll just wait for weakness. I don't usually trail stops, to be honest with you. I just look for lower time frame structural weakness, and then I'll take profit. Okay. Like a 15-minute market structure change or something like that. Like market structure change is really powerful. So right now I'm just counting. I'm hoping actually that we hold this low here for a higher low. There's a good ROI on this trade, to be honest with you, right now. It's like a 1 to 6 at the moment. The current as long as this low holds. Yeah. Now it is always possible for the price to take the low and go up. So you kind of want a slightly wider invalidation. Yeah, just in case it does only slightly wider, not too close. So then it changes. It's like instead of 1 to 6, you're looking at like a 1 to 5. And then when you're taking a trade, you can only risk up to 1% of your trading account. Otherwise, you're in jeopardy of taking a loss and not being able to continue trading. So it'll be better if it comes down and your entry is a swing failure. Like there's no entry right now. That's the problem. It's trying to hold the golden pocket though, so possibly there is, but you'd have to have quite a tight invalidation if you're trading that. Maybe you'd scale in. I don't know. I like to see strength, to be honest with you. I prefer trading strength than these trades. You have to take profit very quickly because it looks strong if you get a reaction, but actually it's not. It's just traders trading. When you see real strength, like if we were able to, in this context, get back above that pivot, just flip it back into support, it would require strength to do that. You're not going to, if this is bearish, you wouldn't do that. But I prefer that than this personally. Yeah, I prefer these kind of strength trades because you're going with the trend and you're waiting for strength. Once the strength comes, then you're just jumping in. Basically, you're jumping with the strong move, and so you'll never catch the bottom, but you will catch the most of the move, because as long as you're keeping an eye on the level that you need to be flipped for strength to see strike. I mean, this right now, the structure is clearly weak, isn't it? It's showing weakness. It's lower highs. So what you really need to do is take that high, hold the higher low, and just change it like that. And you see a change like that, then you have a real easy invalidation, and you expect that to continue. You don't have to have a wide stop. You can just have a really tight stop, and then you have a much better risk to reward. And it's exactly the same trade. Instead of risking 1 for 5 or 1 for 4, if you see something like that, if you trade strength, you actually have like 1 to 13. Does that make sense? Just by waiting for strength to happen first. And then obviously you can do that on a higher time frame too. So it doesn't really matter if you do it on a higher time frame. You just have to have higher targets. Okay, so and you got to be true to your trading idea. So let's just say on the weekly time frame, this was strength when it happened. I called it. I said higher high on the daily time frame. Yeah, it made a higher high. When we took out that high, and I was just plotting the correction, and even if people didn't take the entry underneath the point of control, it didn't really matter, did it? Because all you needed to do was just get back above that pivot. That it required strength to be down here and for the price to get back above that pivot. And actually, in hindsight, you could have had a really tight entry with a tight stop and a really nice trade, because you were just trading strength, which I think in the bull market it's better to just wait for strength, but in the upward direction. Yeah, and so what you're looking for are reclamation of levels that are reclaimed. Yeah, so you've got the structure you're looking for pivots to be reclaimed. Yeah, so every pivot acts as some kind of SR, some type of SR flip. Okay, so like there, see, like there, it requires strength for the price to get back above these pivots, every single one. Yeah, that's easy to see. Yeah, and losing it requires weakness. Every single pivot, every loss of each, you can see it on the way down. That was your first pivot. This is a fake out, but you've got pivots. The minute you lose a pivot, you see you have a pivot like that. The minute you lose it, you've lost it now. There's your pivot. We've lost the pivot. That requires weakness. You come back above it, you lost the pivot. It requires weakness to lose pivots. That's the loss. See that? You lost the pivot there. Here you lost the pivot. It pulled back, but you lost it. It's all weakness. So when you see that, then you can see what's happening, can't you? You can see the price keeps on losing pivots or reclaiming pivots. It's a lot easier to see in hindsight. But the more you look at it, the more you know what you're looking for. Yeah. Just simply because it's a new coin, high liquidity, and people looking for a bigger increase in value. It's on a lot of exchanges, so it's got access to a lot of liquidity. But I mean, there's so many meme coins are being printed now that you're going to get smashed. You're going to get rug pulled. You go onto Pump Fun or Radium and try and buy a meme coin, you're gonna lose your money. The chances you've got a greater chance of losing your money in one of these tokens, because you've got all these snipers who will keep on sniping the first few tokens of these new tokens, and it's really, and then you can get dumped on by these snipers who get in first, basically. It's tricky. It's not. I don't think it's a good market, to be honest with you. This meme market, personally. But anyway, we are here now. All right. So what I've done, or actually not me, well, actually I did it, and with Altcoin Dreaming's help, is I've created a Discord. Yeah. Brand spanking new. Popular request. Invite only. I have no idea what to do with Discord. Never used it before in this manner. Just so I'm gonna paste the link somehow, and then we can continue to chat in there. I think it's just brand new, so it could get going. or not. But I need to figure it out, and I think Altcoin Dreaming is going to help. So that's, he seems to know a lot about this kind of stuff, so I appreciate his help. Let me just figure out how to invite. Let me see where the link is. See, I don't have a clue what to do. Discord. It's funny, like with Discord, I have no idea. With the charts, I know. It's really weird. Oh, there it is. Invite people. Okay. Copy. Expire after 1 hour. 1 hour expiry. Maximum number of users. How many people in this channel now? I don't know. 5 uses. 1 hour. Generate new link. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Anyway, that link will only last for 1 hour. up to 5 users. But make sure your name is something that I recognize, otherwise I'll kind of be suspicious and think you're some kind of hacker or something. All right, let's just kind of go back to Bitcoin and have a look at the order flow and see what's going on. I mean, it looks all right, doesn't it? It doesn't. I think it looks okay. I'm not seeing bullish divergences so much. We did earlier. The whole thing is bullish divergence, to be honest with you. That's the thing. The whole kind of range is bullish. But in this kind of local area, I'm not seeing it so much. Just simply because from when we came up from 91k, and then you see the CVD came down, and we're still lower down here. Even though the price is higher, the lows are higher from this pivot down at 8:40 on the 26th of November to where we are now 2 days later. You see the lows are higher and the CVD is actually lower. So that is a slightly higher time frame bullish divergence, but in the local in this local area, I'm not really seeing bullish divergences so much. This is interesting. This is like shorts closing. It's always good to see shorts closing because it tells you that shorts are kind of giving up. Hi Ali Hash, welcome. Altcoin Dreaming has shared a chart. I guess what I could do in the future is you could just share it onto Discord, and I can just share the Discord. It'd be a lot easier because then I can switch screens rather than click on the link. That might be a way we do it in the future. But anyway, here's is that the wrong there? So it's quite an interesting way of analyzing, you know. You're looking at 4 different charts, and it's above the VWAP on the 4-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, it kind of lost the point of control, and now we're kind of trying to close above the point of control again. So we're kind of back up to 95300. What's your idea of this now? Because before you were saying you needed to close back above 95500, didn't you, or 400? 5 or 4 it was. daily close above the value area low. Yeah, I think that's fair. I honestly, it kind of looks scary when we're about to turn from. It was like a couple of days ago. We went to the point of control. For a short period of time, it looked miserable, but it was the right place, wasn't it? It was the right place, and this is the right place too. Just for the reasons that I gave. This V shape, this one, that's your support level. That's the pivot. So this is what I was talking about. RH, that's the pivot. You have to just reclaim it. So this is the right place. This is the best ROI for a trader as they come in. You see, like, coming into as close as possible to this pivot is the best return on investment for a trade, because the idea is that you hold the support here, but you need an entry. And so SFPs are good entries, but also you can just scale in and or wait for strength. In this context, what is strength? Well, we pulled the value area before, didn't we? It's holding it, and so you could just wait for the price to flip the point of control. The thing is, if you close red today, you still have a daily level to contend with. Okay, and that's not actually a daily level, it's a developing, it's like they call it potentially a developing daily level. So whatever happens, if this closes red today, you're going to have a little bit of a resistance there. But personally, I think this is a stronghold if that candle closes like that, just because we flipped that previous high. I wouldn't expect this to go down, if it closes like this. So we just have to wait for the close. If it closed like this, I'd be thinking up, not down. Yeah. There's a few viewers here, 12 views. Welcome everyone. Ali Hash just wants to know what Slurf is happening with Slurf. Slurf. Ali Hash, this is interesting because I put Slurf against Myro because earlier on today we were like talking a lot about Myro the dog, right? And again, not financial advice. I thought Myro potentially was coming to a good level, but it's just, who knows? Like, this is the thing, I'm not trading it, so, and I wouldn't have such a tight invalidation in any case. I don't know if it's going to go down or up. This is now, you see, it's coming on the 618. This is the best entry here, but that would be next week on Friday. Yeah, could it go low? Of course it could, but this could also be the, this could also kind of pump, from here, just because of it's a 618 and you've come into the golden pocket. So no one really knows what's going to happen, and that's why you have to take profit. Really, that's the number one compelling reason for taking profit in leverage trades, is you don't know. You just have no idea how far it can go or whether it can reverse. And the minute you do hit profit and you're feeling, wow, I'm making money, take a profit. So anyway, I was looking at Myro, a Slurf against Myro. That was what I was doing, because we were having a real interesting look against Myro, or of Myro the dog, and I kind of, they're about this, they're actually quite similar, huh, in terms of market cap. Did you know that? They're very similar. This is the Myro dog chart. No. Where's my analysis? Oh, there it is. I haven't grouped it. I actually liked charting Miro. It was very technical chart. Well respected at key points. So I actually like this chart, to be honest with you, and it got me thinking about the targets. To the 618 from the current price, it's 1,300% increase in value. It's a really a nice chart, to be honest with you. So you've got potential upside is quite good, and the momentum is up just because it started from zero. 3 million. Sometimes that can be helpful, huh? 3 million liquidity, because it becomes illiquid, and so the price really does fly. I'm having a bit of toast, sorry. Should I mute it? I'll mute it for a second, hold on. All right, look at this. This is Slurf against Myro. So there's a little bit of a channel in play here. I'll show you how I drew that. Just from these two lows to that launch pip, that whatever, that top of that wick, and look, the midpoint here hit perfectly. So I like it. I like that. I like it when that happens. Yeah, there was nothing here so much at the beginning on this midpoint, yeah, except this. So there was something here. Obviously none of this existed. Yeah, this would have been a brand new chart, but there was a reaction there. And if you kind of zoom in a little bit, it kind of tried at certain points, it tried to get above the midpoint here and here, but couldn't. And then showed weakness and fell down from the midpoint. And here we're all the way back up to the same midpoint on this ascending channel. So I do like this, actually. I really like this. I don't know what it means. It doesn't really mean anything to me. Could you trade this though? Yeah, you probably could. If Slurf gets up to there. That would be for me, that would be the trade, to sell Slurf into Myro at the top there. I think that this midpoint opportunity is passed at the moment, but you could try and sell it a second time. I probably wouldn't. I'd rather for it to move against Myro and then sell it at the high there. Yes, yeah, come into Discord. RH, I see you. If you want to join, guys, I've created a brand new Discord. So altcoin dreaming has helped me, so we can kind of like share charts in there just whenever during the course of the day. You don't have to wait for me to stream, but my streaming doesn't stop. I'm still streaming. I like streaming. Let's see what happens, you know, like I'm not asking for money. I don't want people to pay. It's not a signals group. It's just kind of like sharing knowledge and just maybe potentially good setups or good coins. Yeah, for the duration of the bull market, for the next few months, maybe for the next 3 or 4 months, maybe, and then see what happens after that, kind of really. And hopefully we can kind of, obviously I'll be streaming, but the idea is that we can kind of exit our spot positions. I think everyone should exit when they reach life-changing money, regardless of the end of the bull market. Personally, personally, I think the minute you hit your life-changing goals, sell, change your life, and then come back. That's what I really believe that. Yeah, regardless of what you think could happen in the future, if you can change your life, your actual life, in the next 2 or 3 or 4 months before the perceived peak of the bull market, then definitely do it. Take that exit. Yeah, change your life and then come back. Yeah, I think that's a really smart play. Yeah, because crypto's is not going away. You're not going to miss out. Yeah, it's always going to be here. There's always going to be pullbacks. There's always going to be amazing entries. There's always going to be bullish divergence. Do you know what I mean? So you have to just always really, just don't make that mistake of greed taking over your lives. Yeah, trying to become a billionaire overnight. Yeah, it's probably, if you've got life-changing goals, then try and just aim for those first. But what I will be doing is obviously tracking certain charts, which I do on my live stream anyway, but it means you don't have to come to my live stream. If I post certain stuff, I might just post it there. And I think Altcoin is going to be posting, and maybe some of you guys have some things you can post as well, and we can have a look and see what's going on. All right. No, but really, it's okay, so you got to be realistic. Yeah. Like if you can do, in most cases, if you 2x or 3x your value, that's good. Yeah, just because some people are doing crazy amounts of X, good for them. Yeah, it's not a big deal. You don't have to be, there's no winners, there's only losers. Yeah, everyone wins if you walk out with profit, but if you hold on for too long, you lose. So just bear that in mind. So I was just looking at this chart, and I do like that we're in an upward channel. I do like that we've cleared this value area of sorts. I do like that we had a little kind of a back test here on this value area against Miro. Okay, so just looking at this, for me, I'm not trying to count waves here, because I just think it's probably better to just go, it's probably going sideways in an upward channel in the context of a bull market. And I think I probably won't do this with Miro, but I think Miro is a good companion token with Slurf, just because right now they're very similar market cap and they're very similar volume. Okay, so I'll be interested to see if and when this does go up to 300%, and to see a reaction off the top there. Would you have the guts to sell into Miro for a pullback to the midpoint, just to increase your Slurf value? Ali hash. That's the question. And obviously I think it depends on when it happens, because you wouldn't do that if you've peaked out at the end of a perceived alt season, would you? You wouldn't then just sell into Miro. But maybe you would if you're higher time frame bullish on Slurf. But I mean, I've been really contemplated this on some tokens like TRVL, because, but the problem with TRVL, it's quite illiquid, and it's a real problem. So it limits what I can do. And so actually with TRVL, I'm kind of waiting for a Coinbase launch, to be honest with you. I know it's coming, so I can be patient for that. I can just wait, and it's a good percentage of my portfolio, like somewhere around 40%. I can wait for that. Don't have to mess around with that. But I do contemplate kind of moves in between like tokens. Well, this is quite interesting to see because it pulled, it was showing strength against cake and now it's pulled back. So you see it is putting highs and lows, so you can actually, every time you take a high, flip it to another token, can't you? So against cake, it's pulled back against cake 42%. Yeah, so after it took the high here, you could have just waited for weakness in this context. Where was weakness here? Well, it's basically falling underneath this neckline, isn't it? Double top. With a failed auction of this pivot. Let's do it exactly. Both of these pivots, all of these pivots. Look, every single one, that was a swing failure of that pivot. So I didn't do this, like I said, because it's a liquid, but I'm actually thinking about some other tokens now when I'm contemplating a trade between tokens like this. You'd have to sell to USDT first and then buy with USDT the other token to be able to do this. So it's kind of like a play, isn't it? So let's mark all of them. Let's have a look at all of them. That top one was perfect, actually. Just looking at it in hindsight. Failed auction. Back test. This candle was the best candle. This bearish engulfing, because you closed underneath these two pivots in one go. After that, it dropped. So 1, 2, 3 days later, it was down 30%. TRVL was down 30% against cake, and now it's down 38% against cake, just on a double top of a failed auction initially, and then a back test with another failed auction of these two pivots. None of these pivots held the support in this structure, in the structure of this of the way these candles formed. Okay, and then obviously the confirmation after you kind of closed with a bearish engulfing here was with pretty good volume, right? Increasing volume, bearish. See that? Increasing volume. And then the confirmation was this candle here. It was you lost the neckline. So it's clearly a double top. Increasing volume, bearish. Increasing volume, bearish. So this whole thing, this whole move is bearish against cake against TRVL. It's quite interesting, yeah. And that kind of structure, that kind of reversal happens all the time. Yeah, this isn't unique. And what it's just you just have to keep on looking at what happens and then trying to preempt it the next time you see it. But in it, effectively it happens. You kind of have to prepare for highs and lows like this. So actually, I'm just doing TRVL. I wouldn't have done it with TRVL. Again, the problem with TRVL, as everyone knows already, it's quite illiquid, so it's a struggle, which I'm trying to deal with. Okay, I think maybe a Coinbase is going to fix that. But then going back to, say, something like Slurf. So we're looking at Slurf against Solana, aren't we? What was it? This is against Solana. Because that's the other thing that I've been thinking about. Swapping between Slurf and Solana, and then Solana into Slurf. With the view of increasing value, and you're just doing it on spot. Okay? And so you're bullish on both, right? We're bullish. No, I don't really care. Like, I think Solana's going to go up. I think Slurf's going to go up, right? You can kind of, and well, you wouldn't go all in one and all in the other, because that's just a bit silly. It would be about allocation of percentage. So it'd be like 2/3 in one and 1/3 in the other, and vice versa. And at the end of the day, your USD value still goes up. So it's not a big deal. But then it would be like trading between the two. And this isn't like looking at this now, I think Slurf looks more bullish, huh? But it's tricky because they actually came from a low here to a high. It's really trickier. So the swings are much more on Slurf. Here we're losing the golden pocket a little bit. So you almost have to reclaim the golden pocket here. Or you have to go lower. You have to do that. And actually, you really, ideally, you'd want to catch it at the value area low, to be honest with you. Even yeah, it's a tricky one, huh? Let's just delete all of it. I just want to delete everything again and just start over. Let's have a look. Let's have a look there. No, nothing. Rubbish. No. Let's try fib. Let's have a look at the fibs. Better. That was great, huh? 382. Up against 382. Look at that. It's obviously Slurf over moves, huh? It over moves against everything. It moves too much. Yeah. I mean, reclaiming that 236 is a sign of strength right now against Solana. That's your sign of strength against Solana. Just getting back above that 382. So that 236. And then I think these ratios are good. That's good. That's good. This is good. And this is good here. Little front one there. And then actually this is good. It's just weird because it kind of goes through it, loses it, goes through it. But this actually kind of does a little back test. And then you see here, look how perfectly that is. This, it is good. It's just weird, huh? Dude, I'm not looking at Gary, man. Just delete Gary. Delete it. Gary's shit. Delete Gary. It's like the worst token ever. Where is Gary? Let's have a look at Gary. Remember Gary when you came before? Yeah. And you asked me Gary about Gary and it was here. When was it? It was back in March. And I said, this is really bad token. Yeah. I said sell Gary, get rid of it. And it dropped another 83%. Remember that? There's a lot of volume coming into this token here. A lot of volume. Okay. That's considered bullish. But this is a scam. The whole token is a scam. Yeah. Someone has waited all the way from the top here to the bottom here to buy Gary. Yeah. So they've scammed you. They took their money up here and now they've finally bought in. Probably the developers of the project. Yeah. But the reality is that a lot of people are stuck, trapped underwater, and they're going to exit as soon as they can. So we've got big resistance here at the moment. So you've just kind of back tested resistance. Ideally, what you want to do in this context, if you want this to be bullish again, yeah, you need to flip this value area into support, the whole lot. Flip the whole thing into support. Okay, the price needs to get up there and come down here and fail to drop underneath this value area. Okay, if it does that, then this token has a chance of going higher, and that's the only chance it has. It will need to do that. I think anything beyond that is manipulated, scamish price action, because I really feel that this token is a bit of a scam. Huh? When I look at that volume, I think why has that volume come in all of a sudden into Gary? It makes no sense. This volume makes no sense. Yeah. And you can actually see people are already selling that. So you have a lot of people who are trapped. They're just trying to get out. See that? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. I told you in March that it was a really terrible token. And it dropped. It's only up 100% from the lows, but I guess that you're probably in a bad position, you know. So what you need is for this to flip the value area. It's really that simple. Okay. Yeah. I think best case scenario in this token from the current price is the golden pocket. Best case scenario. And that would be your biggest resistance on the way up. If you can cross the value area. So at the moment the value area high is your big resistance at the moment. Just simply because it corresponds with this 382 a little bit. There's a lot of trap liquidity here that is going to there's a lot of trap liquidity here that's going to exit as soon as the price comes a little bit higher, but this golden pocket will be your higher time frame target on Gary, and it literally will be an exit. I think you should just dump this project. All right, let's Gary through. But please don't come back every day and ask me to look at Gary, because I don't think anything's going to change. All right, thank you. Altcoin Dreaming had a couple of tokens I needed to look at. Let's have a look at those. Have a proper look. Winnow and NSTR. Okay, I had those actually, so let's have a proper look. Let's just kind of give it a real look. And the volume on this is good, and I like the volume. And the little pump today. A little move. How much did it? Oh, that looks very illiquid. Did you see that? Oh my god, it's really illiquid, huh? Shit. Someone is buying, huh? But it's really illiquid. Use the winner USDC chart from Camelot. Oh, Shushan Kumar, you're back. Nice to see you. Yeah, I've created a Discord today. Like, 5 invites on this link. Expires soon. Thank you. Thank you, RH. Sirius Gafuri, hey man, I'm new guy here. Welcome. Nice to see you. Wondering about Cubic. Yeah, I'm happy to have a look. Right, let's have a look at. Let me just do these because I've been promising altcoin dreaming since earlier and I haven't. If you hang around, I'll look at Cubic. Okay, only if you hang around. That's the condition. You have to hang around. That's the payment. Thanks, RH. Okay, let's have a look. We're just trying to have a look at Winr. I don't know where the chart is then. Deck screen. That makes sense. Don't worry, I'm not saying anything. It's all quiet. Oh my god, it's quiet. He's not saying anything. Right, I'm gonna keep on talking. It takes a lot of energy to talk, huh? I realize that. I should put some music on, but it's all music is copyrighted these days. Yeah, that looks good. Look. Can't complain. Reclaim the point of control. Flip it into support. What more do you want? Apart from volume. Low volume, huh? Is this the right chart? Yeah. I'll have a look at that Shushan poll, huh? Oh my god. I mean, the volume here, the volume is on max, really. There's no volume on that exchange. Look at the volume. 27. I don't know what you can do with that one. Completely different profile. Compare. Yeah. See that. I understand. All right. So look, launched March 23, put in a low sometime in July, pumped, and it did 1,000% increase in value from the lows. One, two, three, four, four, five, maybe. I don't know. Would be C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Maybe there's some impulsive moves there. Higher low. And then maybe that was impulsive. Maybe this is corrective and maybe we're starting to impulse again. It's really difficult because it's so illiquid. Or maybe the whole thing is just one big, massive, gigantic accumulation pattern and there's actually no impulsive maneuvers here. It would be, it's weird though, because it did go 1,000%. So you'd expect, and you can see some impulsive price movement. Two, three, four. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know. It's just so illiquid. It's just hard to see. I think like when it's a liquid like that, you just have to use higher time frame candles, and you don't really have anything to go by except maybe so I like that on this context. The thing is the volume is so different on these two charts. I think the MEXC volume is much more relevant, and clearly on the MEXC it looks good, doesn't it? Because you've come above the volume area here, the value area, and on the MEXC it doesn't look too bad, does it? It looks okay. You put in a low here, you've changed some kind of higher time frame market structure on the weekly time frame. You've just confirmed it now in the last 4 weeks ago. You've just put in a higher high, haven't you? Look, lower, lower, higher, higher, low, higher, high. That's the change, and that's good, right? So if that was the wave 1 and now we're in the wave 3 and that was the 1, 2, 3, so we're in the 3 now. Maybe that was the 1 and that was just an ABC correction there. So that was the 1 ABC, that's the 2, and this whole thing is a 3, but then this has to kind of continue like that in a kind of similar way, like that. It has to flow kind of to get you to all-time highs there. That's probably your target. You probably want something similar to this. It's only 100% move. That would be your wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It's taking too long as well. I don't really know. It's really difficult. I'm not sure. I think just kind of holding this value area could be enough. As long as you don't come back in, then this could be enough, and you've got really nice volume here on this weekly time frame. Really nice increase in volume. or similar volume. It's 100% increase. As long as you don't just come back underneath here, it's probably enough. Probably. And with this one, it's a little bit of a gamble because you just need the project to take off and for liquidity to come in and just push it to higher prices, and then see what happens. And it's back testing this golden pocket after you've broken it. So on the lower time frame, once you clear the top side, you could like, even this is an entry, to be honest with you, right now, because you have a clear invalidation there, and that is underneath the value area. If you want a wider one, this is a clear invalidation. It'd be better for it to get back above the golden pocket. So it could be flipping this into support here. It's kind of trying to do this, isn't it? It might be worth letting this extend and then looking for the pullback, to be honest with you. This is a very kind of short-term trade. I think maybe there's one more wave, but this has to kind of go up soon. There's a lot of altcoins looking for one more wave to the upside, I think. So, which is weird because I think about, I've got to have a look at TRVL because I see a lot of altcoins looking for one more wave. I don't know if TRVL is. So, let's have a look at Cubic quickly. I'll have to come back to this. I've looked at that before. Oh my god. I don't remember when I looked at this, to be honest with you. No idea. Probably when I pulled this this range pull, actually. Look, probably Friday 15th of November. It's just smashed to the point of control, so there was no back test. Maybe that was it, but it's really, I mean, how you just have to, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you enter that, to be honest with you. That was your first wave, I guess, and that is the pullback, and this is the wave 3. This whole thing's the wave 3, and it's up 100%. Okay, so actually this is quite interesting. So I wasn't looking at this, obviously, but if I was, I would see something very bullish happen. So when was I looking at it before? 16th of November there, right? So the point of control was here. So let me just show you what happened. Okay, I was obviously wasn't looking at it, but just for your future reference, it's quite good to see these things when you're looking at charts. There's the value area high, and then you've got the point. I think got the value area low there. So what actually happened is this: as time passed, you're getting volume coming into this area until eventually what happened was this. You see that? When did that happen? So on the Thursday the 12th, sorry, the Wednesday the 20th, the point of control was here, right? Next day, Thursday the 21st, it was still there. At the end of the day, towards the evening, what happened? The point of control shifted. This is what I talk about when you get a shift in the point of control. So now the point of control is now here. See that? It's moved. So you've put in enough volume at the low of the range to move the point of control now. Okay? That's bullish. That's a bullish signal. When you see that, you're looking at a coin, that's a good sign. And when you kind of continue so I wasn't looking at this. So if I was and I saw that, I would know. Okay, so next time you're looking at token, you see that that's a flag, a positive flag. So as time passes, you see the point of control moved. And when you look back and you see actually, well, that's quite interesting because the point of control is acting as some kind of support, resistance. Yeah, there is some kind of price movement in and around the point of control now. And then here, what happens here is interesting too, because you can see here it's resistance. It tries to get above it, it fails, and then here it actually succeeds. And here you can see the structure on these time frames. You're putting in lower, higher lows as well. So there's a few things that are telling you actually the price is looking to reverse, and then you just get that crazy impulse, the last impulse. What happened was it closed back above it. You've got one pullback into some kind of daily level there, and actually on the daily time frame, it's even more clearer, isn't it? The daily time frame, you see it closed above point of control here. Take profit candle, the red candle is the take profit candle. Increasing volume held the point of control. See that? The next candle was a buy. So again, it's really hard to see, but what you want in every situation is the point of control to flip as support. Yeah, you need that. That's really important. All right, when you're looking for a good entry for a bullish move, it always happens the same way. So anyway, that's kind of like a little bit of a lesson, I guess. So now the value area is up there. I mean, there's not really much you can do with this token right now. You just have to be patient and see what happens. Yeah. You need this to consolidate here before you are looking to buy here. Yeah, you can't just buy that. I wouldn't. But if the price is just here and it's just consolidating, you see that you're putting in a little bit of volume here, and this is clearly showing you the value area high has to show you that it's support. Right now I can't see it. Yeah? This is Today you've got a profit take candle. That's a profit take candle. I like that it's high volume. It's a high volume profit take candle. It means a lot of people have taken their profit. The price is still there, so that's good. The problem with this candle that it's cleared the liquidity all the way down to the bottom there. So it's very, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it is possible. If there's not enough liquidity, the price will go right back down to test this wick, to test this bottom of the wick, to see where it can find some kind of natural support. And as you can see, if it does that, you're underneath the value area high. What you need is for the value area high as a very definitive horizontal line to show you that it's support on a higher time frame. You need candles to respect it and to show you that there's a little bit of support. Once you start seeing that, it can give you confidence to accumulate or to buy here. Okay, but at the moment you can't see it. There's nothing there. There's no respect here. It's just kind of really volatile profit take. Maybe people buying back in, FOMOing right back in. Maybe someone took profit and FOMOed right back in. You know, that's that kind of behavior right now. And if it goes up, it goes up. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, because you basically missed it. Basically. And actually it's not a big deal, because if that's your wave one, let's just say hypothetically that's your wave one. It looks like it could be now in hindsight. This is your wave three. Just wait for the next correction, and then you can catch the next wave, which will be a 5 to the upside. That whole one will complete, wouldn't it? I don't know if this is the end of 3, but let's just say it is. Let's just say that's the next move, 5, whatever. That's your wave 1, then you can just wait for the corrective move and catch the next wave, which will be the big 3, because that whole thing is just a 1, right? The big 3 is really what you're looking for, not the 3 of the 1. You want the 3 of the 3. That's the big 3. That's the big move. The wave 3, the actual wave 3. Yeah, so this is the wave 1, isn't it? So I wouldn't like worry too much, but what you do need is a corrective pattern to show you where support is, and you need to count that. You need to, once you see this, the wave complete in the correction, you need to start counting the waves, the ABCs. Okay, that will give you a better idea of roughly when and where to start buying and accumulating. Okay, and then you're looking for a bigger 3, hopefully into price discovery. I'm happy to look at that again in the future. We'll keep an eye on it. It'd be nice if you can flip the value area high into support on a corrective 2 or a really impulsive 3 into price discovery. Don't know, just really making this up to be honest with you. And then as this kind of does correct and starts to move, then you can just do a fib extension, trend-based fib extension, and try and work out some extended targets to see where you might want to take profit. So Shushan has joined and Cyrus has joined. Who's Cyrus? RDO has joined. Welcome, guys. Nice to see you. RDO. Hi. Hi, RDO. Shushan. And Cyrus. Who's Cyrus? Oh, Sirius. That's you, yeah. Good evening, DFedge. Nice to meet you. T13, question mark, question mark, question mark. Come on, tell me, what does that mean? So what am I looking at? I'm looking at Discord. I've opened a new Discord. What I need to do is somehow show you it. How do I do that? I'm gonna have to create another scene. I've got Telegram. and I need to create one for Discord. So let me just quickly do that. Sorry, there's no screen now. I'm just duplicating this. Let me just call it Discord. Give me 2 seconds. You'll get something soon. Application, audio, media source, game display capture. It must be that one. The window capture, the display window. Let me see what the Telegram was. It was window. Okay. Window, video capture. Let's say I call it Discord. Oh, that's called window. Oh, there you go. That was easy. Can you see that? This is it. Brand new. Just made it today. Altcoin Dreaming is helping me, and Davo is obviously, some people know Davo. He's my real life friend. He's taking a break from trading. He'll be back. So if you want to join, I'll send you a link in this live chat. Just let me know. And, you know, maybe we can kind of chat a bit more. I really don't know. Miss charts is empty. All right, that's funny. Let's have a look at some other things. T13, what do you want me to look at? Question mark. I've got some poll, actually, some Matic. I haven't looked at it forever. Oh wow, look at that. I mean, I really didn't look at it forever. I haven't I didn't look at it since it dropped. I was contemplating a flip of the point of control here, but probably the same thing happened. Probably there was volume that moved it. Let's have a look. Not yet. Okay, so what's interesting here, okay, yeah, you see, so I'll tell you what happened here. Again, you have to track, you guys have to track the volume, because it's really important. So what I always do is I just mark them and I just track them to see if there's any changes. And just by seeing the movement of the volume, you can actually, it gives you an indication of whether something is flipping bullish or starting to become bearish. Okay, so in this case, that was where the volume was when I did it initially. We'd lost it. It was really bearish, so you wouldn't really buy that. And actually you wouldn't buy it, and look, it went lower. Okay, there's obviously some reversal structure here. No one really knows what's going to happen. So to be safe, what you do is you just track the volume on a daily basis, and you just kind of realign it every day. Just keep an eye on value area. Keep an eye on the volume that's coming in. There. On that day, that was the first big change, wasn't it? Because now what happened was the day before, the previous day, the price is trying to get into the value area here. The value area low is resistance. Yeah. And then what happens is the next day, where is it? There, here. on this day, look, the value area moved. So which day are we on now? This day. So we're trying to get in, we're into resistance, and on that day, when that prints, the value area shifts. It comes all the way down to there, and this comes down to there. Point and control is still in the same place, but the value area shifts. That's bullish, because to get in, the price is trying to get back into the value area. Now, instead of the price getting back into the value area, you've actually put in enough volume lower down to move the value area into the price. So the price is now back into the value area. So after that happens, you get quite a nice impulsive move, a continuation. And actually, it became bullish once you kind of cleared this neckline as well, with a nice clean break, and you got a nice daily back test on that clean break. And then going forward, the value area moves up again. You see you're putting in volume, and it's moving the value area around as volume comes in. It's a bit of a tedious exercise, isn't it? But when you're tracking your tokens, it's really important. There was no real signal. I think the biggest indicator here for me was the way these candles you had a little failed auction. So what happened was that the price was in the value area. You had a rejection from the top. It went all the way to the bottom. And in here, you've got this fake. It's like a little fake out where the price leaves the value area here and comes straight back in with some kind of bullish reversal candle. So this red candle followed by that green candle is bullish. I think it's not called a dark cloud cover. It's called something else. I don't think you'll be able to see it. What's the opposite of a dark cloud cover? Is it called it's called a piercing pattern. All right. Why do they call it odd names? Yeah. See that? So you have a candle pattern. It's called piercing pattern, and the opposite is a dark cloud cover. And what it is, it's a reversal pattern at the right place. So even though you don't flip the point of control into support, that's not necessary, because you have a reversal at the value area low, and it's a very strong reversal because you've got an easy pattern to see. This one on the daily time frame, this piercing pattern. So it's basically a red, the green goes lower, and it comes in, it closes in the top half of the same red candle of the body. And then the dark cloud cover is the same, but in reverse. It's a green candle at the highs, it goes higher, and then it closes in the bottom half of the green candle. And that's a reversal candle pattern, and it's even more powerful because it's in the wick, in the value area. So you lose the value area and you come right back in. That makes it more powerful. Okay, that's not even looking at fibs. That's just looking at the pattern of the way the candles print and the context of where they print. And also you could argue, well, maybe it came back to the 50 fib as well. So potentially you found support on the 50 fib. Let's have a look. Probably was the 50 fib. It looks like it, just visually. Yeah, look, see that? So you see how the price comes and finds support on the 50 fib. And I always say, aim for the 50. Yeah, you know, like traders, they love the golden pocket, but usually you're aiming for the 50. Yeah, like the traders love the golden pocket, but with traders, the reason why it's the golden pocket is because at the 618 isn't enough. Usually what happens, the price comes down to 618, you probably lose it, reclaim it, and then go up. Yeah, so you can't just trade those lines because often you lose it and then you reclaim the pocket as a whole. With the 50, it's usually just a really straightforward single line. It's a really nice line, the 50. Anyway, that's what happened there. Interesting. So what we're looking at now, 1, 2. Let's just have a look at this. And actually, this is a new token now, or how is it? Do we look at the Matic token? It's weird, huh? Because they've changed the name, and so you have a brand new token. And does Matic even exist anymore? Probably not, huh? No, probably not. All right, so let's just imagine this is one brand new fresh wave. Who knows? It's weird. I've got some actually, so I'm not complaining. It's what the fuck? It's so erratic. You kind of have to go to higher time frames to see what's happening. Maybe that's your first wave. That's your first pullback. Maybe we're in the wave 3 now. Maybe. Let me try and mark it out. Okay. God, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. No, I'm honestly, I'm finding it very hard to count. Maybe there's one more wave here, and we're in the 3, and this whole thing's a 1. Maybe. The only way I'll know is if I kind of try and use fib extensions to see if I've done this right, because I just have no idea really. Um, I think that's where we're at. Just based on an amazingly made up count. Like I've literally just made this up. I don't know. I'm not 100% because it's a bit weird. Dark blue. 1, 2. I mean, it could be that. We could be in it now. And that was the 1. I think we're in the last wave here of this 3 for the next correction. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing on a lot of tokens when I'm doing the count. It feels like we're in the last kind of bit. And let's have a look at the fib extension. So yeah, maybe it would just go to the, just to take the highs at 65. It's just so hard to know because we just have no idea. Yeah. All right, we'll have to track that, and let's see how that goes. So all right, I guess I'm gonna have to start posting in Discord to get a bit more activity. I might start posting some charts in Discord. Get people coming to chat. All right. So actually, that's not a bad idea. Like, if you want me to have a look on my streams, you can just go into the Discord and ask. I can have a look there, and then I can just kind of come online and do a video or something. I'm okay with that. That might be better. All right, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Oh, I'm liking this. Oh, yeah. I'm liking this. Yes. I'm liking this. Yes. There's my phone. I'm liking this. Yes. Are you guys not liking this? I like it when a plan comes together. ETH isn't going up. It's just Bitcoin, huh? And Sui. Or not Sui. Not Sui. Is it just Bitcoin? This is good, huh? I think this is a good sign. There's a little bit of strength coming in here on Bitcoin. Yeah. This is looking good. Now it's starting to look really, really good. So it's a tricky one, these V-shaped recoveries, because it really loves to test the neckline. It really does. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling a lot better than potentially losing there. But wow, it's a bit of a rally, huh? Very unpredictable. No, man, Sui is the beast. Let's have a look at Sui. I've got quite a big position on Sui, so I'm counting on it to go up. I mean, look, it stopped. Why is it stopped? Go up. What? It looks good. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, I'm just looking at these daily. Well, they get these shitty brush strokes and whatever that was, whatever this is. Let's get rid of that. That red candle is a good candle, right? It's a take profit candle after a pump, and the volume is okay. Okay, this next candle is not a bad candle lever at the moment. Okay, I think with this candle, if it closes above 50% of the previous candle's body, it's a good candle, and you've cleared the liquidity from the top of wherever this wick went. Yeah, it's like a market buy. I'm not seeing bad candles here. I'm seeing actually quite good candles to go up. I'm not seeing the kind of candles that gives me bearish vibes right now, and we're getting higher lows. So I'm okay with this. I'm really okay with what I'm seeing right now. Okay. It's tricky because you've got this 4-hour bearish candle, and that is a bearish candle. That's a really bearish candle. And it also looks like we're just coming. It's like it looks like a bounce, doesn't it? It's like a dead cat, some kind of dead cat bounce from this angle. So you've got different things telling you different things. Could it go down? Yeah, it totally could. So that's the concern, isn't it? But I mean, nothing's really changed, has it? You've still got let's have a look. I mean, look, the 1-hour time frame is oversold. Look where we are. Look at the divergence there. There's divergence here as well. Look, this is bullish divergence. Shit, it's hard to see, but it's there. Gotta zoom in like that. Can you see it now? The divergence. Look. All right, T13, don't go anywhere. I looked at prop base, and you must have gone offline for about 5 minutes. So now just stay there. I'm gonna go back to it. This is divergence. This is hidden bullish divergence. It's okay. It just means that SUI is being accumulated, and someone or some people are preventing the price from going down. I'm okay with that. I like that. Yeah, it's not bearish divergence. I'm not seeing bearish divergences. I'm seeing bullish divergences here. And for me, nothing changes with regards to SUI. I'm still expecting another move. And maybe that was the first, maybe this was the first impulsive move of the next move. Yeah. Your one. Maybe that was your one. So when you count it, I don't know if we're going to get to that higher place, to be honest with you. I can't tell. But if that was your first impulsive move, then this is your corrective move, isn't it? ABC. There's some kind of ABC here. Maybe an ABC here. Maybe that's your correction. And then you want to go up impulsively, take the high, all-time high, and then pump through if you can this area. If not, then it's like I said, I think it's coming to an end. So just got to be cautious the higher you go. But we have to see, because Bitcoin is going to tell us how far we can go with our altcoins. Maybe it's going to happen this weekend, to be honest with you. Another weekend pump on a Saturday. Maybe that's what we're gearing up for. The other issue I have with Sui, there is an issue, you know, so I don't want to kind of pretend that Sui's going to go and not come back. Yeah, is this fib time that I've got against BTC. I was hoping for it to go higher, and it hasn't gone higher. This is, for me, this is the only problem against BTC. You're actually trying. It's looking like an head and shoulders pattern. So against BTC, it's a tricky one, but higher low, higher high. That's your lower low. So, and actually look, that daily candle against BTC, the current one is actually not a good one. Yeah, it's actually a little bit bearish. So I think maybe BTC is going to pump more than the rest of the altcoins towards the top, which is kind of what I'm seeing. So we might get a wave on our altcoins, the final wave, but maybe BTC is going to pump more. We have to see how that plays out. And if it takes 100 and it starts pulling back, maybe the altcoins are going to pull back. Right, I'll have to look at it again. Void, I did Void today. Did you not see it? Let's have a look at prop base, because otherwise T13 is literally gonna try and kill me. There's too many coins now. I'm lost. P. Oh my god. I like squiggles, don't I? It looks like a work of art, huh? Well, this is looking really good because you've got the volume. The volume is coming in now. Yeah. I like the volume that's coming into prop base right now. Actually, it's definitely not the impulsive move that we need to see, which you just get like really starting to go up vertically with lots of green candles. It's not there yet, but it's not looking too bad, does it? This could be it, you know. I'm not sure, but this could be it. Could that be in it? Or could it have been the earlier one, even slightly early? Probably not. Could that be the beginning of a wave? Is this impulsive? or is it corrective? Well, it kind of looks similar to the previous way the formation of the candles are printing. So I mean, it's not really impulsive, is it? Not yet. And I think that's what we want to see, impulsiveness. But everything looks good. The point of control is underneath the price. That's where you want the point of control. This accumulation range is above the value area of the overall range. That's where you want the accumulation, the reaccumulation range. You want it to be above the value area. Yeah. If the price moves, there's no resistance to the upside. There's hardly any resistance to the upside. So that's kind of, it's a really good position to be in with prop base. Like I think that's it. I think there's nothing more to say. I've said this before. So unless something changes, there's really nothing else to do except just wait or accumulate more. What you have is the initial move, and you have a reaccumulation range here. It's above the value area of the overall range, and right now in this current range we're holding the point of control as some kind of support. We kind of, at the moment, we front run this channel. The fib time for me is still somewhere in the beginning of December. Okay, could prop base run with Bitcoin? You know, there are some tokens that do run with Bitcoin, and then also we don't know, because could Bitcoin pull back at the beginning of December, and could altcoins pump? That's possible too. There's so many iterations of what could happen. But what you have to realize is that whenever Bitcoin looks weak now, there's always one or two coins which are pumping, like Fetch is pumping. Yeah, look at Fetch. Yeah. Oh fuck, look at L3. That's like a motherfucking hell. Look at L3 altcoin. Altcoin dreaming is really dreaming. He's not just dreaming, he's in nirvana. He's in altcoin heaven. Wow. You did say, I know you did say. I mean, you called it, huh? You called it a while ago, didn't you? And all I did was say, yes, you're right, because it was just holding this range. It was on the point of control. We picked up some spot here, and it bounced off that channel. Wow. I mean, so this is quite interesting. It's good to see these things, yeah? Let me just get rid of these lines, because it's good to kind of, when I talk about market structure, like, that's your higher low, that's your higher high. It changed though. It changed. It literally changed. It took out the low, and it changed the bearish here. It changed. And after a bearish change, you had a V-shaped recovery. Bam. So we've got to be careful with these market structures sometimes when you're changing. And so maybe you got to be more careful. Maybe, I mean, is that high or low? I usually think when it comes to market structure, it's better to go for trends rather than just individual candles. But sometimes candles do work. That's definitely like a high or low. It's weird, or maybe there has to be a gap. I don't know. It's weird because technically that is a higher low there before you take out the high, isn't it? Because you had a change here. Let's just work this out. To go back to the beginning, it's so messy. That's definitely a high. Right, let's do this. Lower, high, lower, low. That's your lower low. So that's your lower high. That's your higher high. Higher low, higher high. Take it out. So actually, it went down to put in a low low, high, low low, high high low. No, this is impossible. It's really impossible. It's just so up and down. Could do it like that, yeah. It's kind of better on the so yeah, maybe that's better. Right, let's do it like that. Low low. There's your higher high. Higher low. Off we go. So the change, that was your first higher high there, and then it does a zigzag there to put in your higher low to take out the high, which it did. Okay, that's better. I think I like that better. So actually what you had was the first high there, higher low, not take out this low. Right, so we have something similar on Slurf then. So I just, anyway, let's put my stuff back in. Smash through that daily level, smash through that midpoint. That was the all-time high, wasn't it, on the parallel channel? I think. Let's just have a look. Where did we work that out? That second red candle, yeah. That would be a TP right there. If you can get there. Look for a reaction. Oh wow. Amazing. What was the all-time high on this? Has it gone into all-time highs now? It's quite a low market cap as well. 8 hours ago, yeah. Look, new all-time high. That's amazing. Wow. So new all-time highs on L3. Oh yeah, of course it has. Look, that's where I had that cross. Look there. So it's taken it out. Look at that. Perfect. So this, I mean, look, let's just count the waves then and see. It's so hard. So hard. Oh, I don't know why I'm finding difficulty today in counting. I'm getting tired again. I maybe that. Just really like maybe that. That's the three, huh? Yeah, I'm tired, huh? maybe that's the three. That's why it's been so impulsive. Look, the three. Maybe that was the one. I'm really excited about this bull market because really with some of these tokens, we're only really in the first part, isn't it? We can the big waves are to come still, the bigger ones down the line. This is a really nice volume coming on this candle, huh? It's a really big buy. He wants to see my KuCoin chart. Who said that? Oh, did I not look at it? I just looked at it. Huh. So if we go up to there, hmm. um, it's really tricky because it's just blasted through, huh? It's just blasted, but and it's you can see there's volume coming in now as well. So there's it's like really you kind of want to see where it first reacts of some kind of potentially like a fib. I don't know if this is right. That's the other thing. I have no idea. It could be maybe the 618 from from these pivots here. Look, from the 0 to the top of the 5, which is the 1, down to the 2. You see you have the 618 here. which looks like it could, it's like a little bit of a resistance zone. And as you come up, look, you see how it resisted against the 618 here, but it's just completely blasted through the one-to-one. Look, just no respect. So that's really bullish. And actually on the lower time frame, not only does it blast through, there is a little bit of a back test there on that one-to-one on a much lower time frame. But generally speaking, no respect. This is a correction. It's a really bullish correction. This isn't impulsive. This is bullish correction right now. So it's really bullish. This is like mega bullish right now at the moment. It's just a little bit of a pylon. People are like, look, just paying attention to this token because it's made an all-time high, because it's now in price discovery. Bitcoin is kind of looking a little bit stronger than it was earlier. So I don't know. I mean, the 1.618 is kind of your first kind of real test, I think, because it's an extended target. Let's just see what happens at around 16 cents. So how do I do these at webhooks? That's the next question. That's the webhooks. Use webhooks first, and oh, okay. Right, I'm not going to do it right now. To figure that one out later. Oh wow, you do. I think what I'd like to set up next is my overlay for live chat. So when I'm kind of having a conversation, people can see what's being said. I need to do that next, really. It'll make it better. It'll make better viewing, to be honest with you. All right. That's pretty awesome, huh? I love it when the plan comes together. Need to kind of, I wouldn't mind waiting for the wave 5, the last impulse, for a TP, to be honest with you, on this one. Especially if we can find the reaction off the top of this channel. But it'd be nicer if it was on Sunday, like if there was confluence, some kind of confluence like this. That would be nice. Okay, we have a new daily candle. So let's have a look at some of these daily candles now. Yeah, look at that. That's mega bullish. We have a daily level to contend with, but that's the date. That's really, this is really bullish. Not only does it close a back test this top of this previous day high, you've actually closed into the wick of the previous day low. Yeah, so it really takes strength to do that. It's not, if this was weak, the price would not be able to do that, get there. And so right now this is a fresh new daily level potentially. If this next candle is if today's candle is a green, it's a big if, because obviously no one knows what this next day is going to be like. But if this next day is green, then this is a brand new, potentially a brand new daily level printing right now. So I'm just going to mark it down as a possibility. So that one is a daily level, so it's a daily, there's resistance there, and this one is potentially on a green candle, developing daily green, we need the green colors. And so if you have a green candle now that goes up, this is like a really strong level because it's just a strong liquidity level. But anyway, maybe we go down and up. It's these red wicks are really nice buy spots, so no one can predict that. So yeah, let's just I'm feeling good now, huh? about stuff. I'm feeling good. Let's see what happens. Let's have a look at some other charts, see how they close. Can't really tell. Wow, I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. It's I mean, the wick should fill. I would have preferred a bigger body, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's closed in the lower half. Yeah, I don't know. Can't really make head nor tails of that candle. This 12-hour red is pretty miserable. The next one would have to be extremely bullish to reverse that. Not sure about that. So L3's closed now, isn't it? L3's closed. Oof. It's still going up. Even your cum rocket has found support on that point of control. Up 90%. Even like the really shittest coins. What's this one? Oh my god, look at that. 200%. So I love the bull market. Huh? That didn't go down all the way down to C. That was bullish. Oh, that's terrible. Salvium. Shoot. This one's looking good, actually. I like this one. TRB. Look at this impulse and then correction. I'm kind of liking this correction, to be honest with you. So what you've got is that was the impulse. You've got really big TP. I actually took profit in that candle because it was such a big move in one single moment. And what you've got now is some kind of accumulation range here above the local point of control, above the overall value area high. I think this is looking really good. Right, guys, I'm shattered. I need fresh eyes on the charts, so I'm probably gonna have to look at it tomorrow morning and see what's going on. But hey, it was good to chill in. So I've got to really get into this Discord and try and figure out. David says, I'm too old for this. I need to learn. Exactly. We're too old. I like the BTC ETH and gas widgets on the left. Can everyone see that, or is that just us? Yeah, sure. That'd be great. That's for the webhooks. What about, okay, one second. How does that script work? I have to check it out, because I'm not going to install anything. If I have to install it, I'm not going to do it, because I'm a bit scared of that. I'm a bit scared of installing stuff on my computer. Let me have a look at it. I've been hacked badly, so I'm very cautious when it comes to installing stuff now. I used to click on links like crazy. All right, I can have a look at the code as well. I'll give it to my nephew to have a look at. I'm liking this. I'm liking TRV. I think TRV really will break out in the future in a bad way. Let's have a look at Slurf. I wouldn't mind seeing some bullish divergence on Slurf. Just a little bit of accumulation. Oh. Nah, no luck. Bad daily, like a terrible daily close in Slurf. Is that the same on Solana? That's a terrible close. Solana's better, but not great either. Okay, cool. Thanks. So a lot. We have to see what happens, but maybe there's going to be a pullback first. BTC. So straight down. So that's the daily open basically. That will need to flip into support. You've just gone straight down. That's expected. Let's see what happens. But I like the close. I like the daily close. Find support and up hopefully. Okay. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. All right, and we in Discord. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, these are voice channels, huh? Oh, I can actually speak in it. It actually records my voice. That's funny. Limited. I mute myself. All right, good night. I'm going to go to bed. It's pretty exhausted. All right, good night. Take care. See you tomorrow.